Alright guys, so this will be a quick little video / review on the Barrow.Tech AP1 front brake duct inlets. As you guys saw in my last video, I showed you how to route all the front brake hose all the way up to the front bumper. Today I'm going to show you the Barrow inlets, and my AP1 bumper is off the car right here. I just did some touch up with the lip and put some strengthening plates on the bottom where the lip is cracked and strengthened it quite a bit using pop rivets. And I bought a new weather strip from Honda, so it's got the OEM weather stripping black seal all the way around the front now. And we're going to go ahead and get the bumper prepped for the inlets. What I'm going to be using is just a corded Dremel. This is like $40 or whatever online. It comes with a bunch of bits. This bit I bought separate. This is a routing bit. Works great for plastic, so I highly suggest it for this project. I used it to cut my brake hose clearance in the fenders. You don't have to just cut it all away at once. You can slowly shave it away with this and get your clearances just right. So here guys, I wanted to show you the Barrow inlets. I just got done painting them flat black with this Rust-Oleum paint from Home Depot. They come 3D printed, so the quality isn't, quite like an injection molded part, but you can take a little 400 grit sandpaper to them, smooth it out, and then hit them with some flat black spray paint. I sealed off the threads and whatnot, and they look pretty good. Now, you'll notice that there's 8 holes on the front. So I asked him to do me a custom set of inlets. So what I wanted was a pair of inlets you can block off. Now, when you can block them off, technically you don't have brake ducts anymore, so therefore they should be legal for STR, SCCA autocross racing. Why they don't allow brake ducts in autocross, I don't know. It makes no sense to me because brake ducts won't do anything for you in autocross. But I asked them to make me a set of block off plates. They just match the front template on the front. There's 4 threaded inserts to secure the block off plates, and then there's the other through holes, the countersunk through holes there, mounted to the bumper. So this is the hardware he included for the block off plates, and he also includes all the hardware you need to secure them to the grill on the front of the car. These still look a little shiny because they're drying right now, but they're going to be all matte black. Alright, so there's my inlets. I'm going to start by dremeling, kind of follow the profile and do an offset. I'm going to start dremeling away the inside of this and leave like a same amount of black around the edge and kind of work my way up and shave a little more and more off until these can fit flat on the plastic. So you want this flat lip around the back side of the inlet to lay flat on your grill. And then you're going to match drill with these guys. So to start, I just flip the opposite side upside down like he recommends to do on his website, and then once you flip it upside down you can just drill through the 4 holes. I didn't drill all the way through because my drill bit's pretty short here, and I would have started going at an angle had I continued to drill next to this inlet here. So I just kind of spotted them so that you can see where the 4 drill points are going to be, and then I'm going to drill those later on when this is sitting in that cavity. But now at least the spot drills give me a template to trace to. So as you can see here, essentially I'm just tracing with this an offset. I'm just going to go all the way around, and you can smooth out the edges later, don't worry. Just come in here with this. Alright, so this is just a look at my first cut. Not perfect, but I think it's a pretty good first cut to round out the perimeter. And now I'm just going to, oh, that's the opposite side, so I'm going to take my brake duct, and you can see I can't fit it through yet, so I got to take off a little more. Looking at the back side, you might have to shave off a little bit, radius the top here and the bottom to fit the inlet through. This is a 2.5 inch inlet. You can't really do 3 inch on these because a 3 inch would be way too big for this size inlet on an AP1. Alright guys, so here is the passenger side one all installed. I've got the 4 number 440 screws screwed through the bumper. I'll show you the back side here in a minute, but that's just kind of a front look to it. Of course, the threaded inserts there, you see the brass threaded inserts are for my block off plates. So coming around the back here, this is how they look coming out. As you can see, you don't have much material left on your bumper to put your nut on, so very little material there. Looks like I dremeled away a little too much on that side. That's okay though. As long as you have enough bite to get the 440 nuts through there to keep it on. I mean, this thing is really solid. It's it's not going anywhere. So yeah, that's the passenger side. The driver's side, I ran into a little issue. I ended up having to make this a little bit custom for my own piece. As you can see, these inlets are printed straight up, so virtually the flow goes straight through them. Well, with the air pump in my car, the routing that I wanted to do was, I'll show you over here. It's pretty much, I wanted it to go straight through. So I have my air pump like this. My hose was intended to be, I cut it ahead of time, of course, and it was intended to be straight into it. I'll show you the picture on the screen right now of how it aligns with the factory inlet. So since I do this stuff for a living, kinda, I designed a little elbow, 3D printed it, cut the barrel inlet down a little bit, and then super glued them together. And as you can see on the inside, there's a perfect transition. The IDs are exactly the same, and this is still a 2.5-inch OD to mount my silicone tube. When you have about a 30-degree angle on it, like it'll sit in the car, you can see it's pretty much a straight shot through, and the outlet is angled a little bit to match the hose perfectly. So that's the custom mod I had to do to make the air pump work. I believe he said you can run your hose underneath the air pump, but that's a lot more of a pain with this thing in the way. You're going to crush it a lot more. You know, I showed you guys that I cut this bracket, painted it so it wouldn't rust, and I just gave it a couple of yanks forward, and it kind of deformed the bracket to give a little more clearance behind here. And as you can see, you got a 2.5-inch hose that is completely free in there. You look through there and there's no restriction at all. So by angling it like this to come straight at that inlet, there will be a full 2.5-inch diameters all the way through with the stock air pump. Alright, so this is about the distance you want your bumper to the front of the car to put the hose clamps around the ducts. I have it supported on a cardboard box about the same height. It's a couple inches short, but it'll work. In here, you can see I just secured the hose clamp. You can get in here with enough room with your hand, secure the hose on there. As you can see, it gives me a lot of extra room, and when I push this bumper back on, this is going to compress. So I didn't tape a solid 4 to 5 inch section right here so that it would compress down to nothing when I push the bumper on. So that is the driver's side, completely around the air pump. As I showed you, there is no constriction behind the air pump when I cut that bracket. So 2.5-inch, it's going to work great. Other side, like I said, the barrel inlet's not modified. It just comes out at an angle and goes straight back up to how the routing was before. So this worked out great. I'm really excited about it, and going to get ready to put the bumper back on now, and ready to rock and roll here.